Good morning. Welcome, guys. It is Friday morning. It is NFP. Today's going to be a good day. My name is Tyler. Welcome to today's ad-free live stream. If you're new here, my name, like I said, is Tyler. And I'm going to be helping navigate you through the wild world of day trading futures on NFP today. So here's what you can expect during the live streams. I'm going to be breaking down live price action, sharing my trading bias, and showing you real-time trades, giving you front row seat to all the action. If you're watching this past the actual live session, you can jump right down to the key moments using the chapter markers below. You'll find all the trades that I've taken and a detailed explanation so you can know exactly what I was thinking and why. Now, lastly, NFPs are great days for passing evals because one, high volatility, and two, not necessarily the best day to be trading a funded account. So I have a special discount for those here, 80% off using the code DTJ for Apex evals. If you want to get an Apex evaluation and join along, we're going to be trading an eval this morning and seeing if we can get that passed in the volatility that NFP provides. Now, if there's something really clear, we might jump to our funded accounts, but that is yet to be seen. Considering we have elections just around the corner, it is definitely not the best environment you're going to want to be in. So let's go ahead and open in prayer, and then let's rock and roll. So Father, we honor you this morning. Bye, Benjamin. Are you leaving? I love you. When you come home, bye-bye. Father, we just honor you this morning. We thank you that you've given us the ability to produce wealth. Father, right now, for those of us out there that have had not the best week, Father, we set that behind us. Father, we thank you that it is a new day. We thank you that your mercies are new every morning. And Father, we put our eyes on you. We put our faith and our confidence knowing that you have given us the ability to produce wealth. So today, Father, we will be patient. Today, Father, we will look like a hawk for our A+ setups, Father, and I thank you that you've given us that ability to be patient. So we honor you in our trading. We honor you, Father, and we will receive what you have for us in today's market. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, folks, it's in the car. Let's rock and roll. Let's check out, see what we got going on in the market. So, let's mark out our highs and lows here. We are hanging around the bottom there. We haven't ran the low, which is surprising nonetheless, considering NFP was at 830. Where's my previous day low? Previous day low. And then obviously we have our previous day high way up here. I'm not sure that's going to be ran today. Anything's possible, but with this type of displacement closing below the hourly too, we'll see what the market wants to do here. Where's my previous day high? There it is. Okay. Let's grab our midnight open. Let's grab, actually, we need to mark. It is a new month. We need to mark our opening range. We got a nice opening range here. And that is our new day opening range. And that is for the 1st of November. And then we have our opening, I'm sorry, I'm saying opening range and it's not. It is our new day opening gap. And this is our new day opening gap high, okay? So let's go ahead and mark those here. All right, so we got that set. Let's see how it's, all right, we went all the way through it. And around between 10:30, we kind of just exploded higher. Let's find out our midnight open. I use midnight open in regards to Power of 3 and AMD to see how price has moved throughout the morning and day. It looks like we've used this level multiple times. Now, when I see midnight open being tagged multiple times, we could be in a seek and destroy type situation, meaning we're gonna have large ranges up and down without really moving anywhere. We're right at midnight open right now. Okay. I think that covers most things right now. So let's jump to the 15-minute time frame. Actually, I want to get a higher time frame perspective a little bit more. Okay. We filled this daily fair value gap right here. This is the daily fair value gap. And it's been completely filled in finally. As of Tuesday, it was completely filled. And if we were going to run higher, it's, especially with news, we really need to see what's going to happen today to see if we're really going to make this range. I want to mark the equilibrium of the previous day's range right here. So this is equilibrium of the previous day range. And I want to see if price is going to have enough energy to get back up to this level right here. We've been down here most of the afternoon and morning, and either we're going to get a very large sell-off again, which is very possible considering the way this looks here, or we may reach back up higher, get some more energy. I call it energy before we continue to push lower. Now, off the bat, our opening range gap is going to be lower depending on where we open in the next 7 minutes. And so I want to use my initial draw on liquidity towards that opening range gap. So that's going to be something like this. We go to our regular trading hours, and we're going to drop a box like this off of the close, the close of the final candle of yesterday's price action, and we're going to go back to electronic trading hours, and we're going to drag that over here and then drop the high on the opening price. So if the opening price is there, this is our opening range gap. This gap so far is roughly 30 handles based on where it's at right now. Not a bad range, and we got our new day opening gap. So initially I potentially see lower and want to look for lower prices. And for my 930 model that I'm testing, I'm going to test it towards the new day opening gap. So I'm still working out that model, and we'll see if anything comes of that. Let's see here. LJ, good morning. I don't know if I've seen your name here. I'm glad you're here this morning. Thanks for being here. Jay, good morning. Adam, Jordy, how you doing? I'm doing fantastic. Ted, good morning. Felipe, glad to have you. Tony, what typically happens on election week? If I'm honest, this is my first election cycle as a trader. So this is new for me. Now I can tell you what I've heard from others, and that is you're going to get a lot of volatility. We just don't know which way it's going to go. Good morning, Richard. Good morning, Orange fan. I'm glad you're here this morning. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you guys want to join on getting an eval passed, you can use the code DTJ. We are focusing on evals today. Focusing on some evaluations. Have I been talking on, I feel like, and that's sad. You guys are hearing me talking, looking at a chart that means nothing. All right, here's our opening range gap right here. ORG. Here's our new day opening gap sitting right here. Okay, this is our, this was our weekly low. This is our previous week low, and I don't know what this level was for. Oh, that's our midnight open. I need to change that. And there's our midnight open. All right, let me get a couple things situated. We didn't run this low. We left this low right here. Let's drop down to the 4 hour here and let's look. I mean, it's heavy. It's heavy looking. The hourly did close inside of that hourly BISI. We did not break that low. That's significant in itself, okay? We also have this low resistance liquidity though. We have this low resistance liquidity sitting right here. No fair value gaps, just swing lows, which tend to be ran very quickly. We'll see if price wants to get down there. There's not another hourly 4 hour fair value gap in there. I'm gonna mark this 4 hour below this liquidity here. Sorry, 1 hour. Got 2 minutes till open. Okay, let's see what's that gonna happen. We don't want it to start running now, but based on what this is looking like, the morning open could be a straight push lower, and then it may react right when we hit these new day opening gaps and midpoint of this. Villainous, good morning. GC, how you doing, my friend? I'm glad to have you this morning. All right, so it's already pushing lower. $20 handles. We got 29 seconds. Looking for an initial push lower. Let's see if it wants to give it to us. And that worked instantaneously. So I got 5 handles in a matter of a second. Working on this this 930 model, and so far we are 3 for 4. 3 out of the 4 days has been winning days for 5 handles. We got a small opening range gap and it's been filled right now. And it wouldn't surprise me, we're at the new day opening gap here. We have our previous day low sitting down here. We have a breaker that we're running into right there. Let's see how it wants to react to these levels here. If it wants to melt from there, or if it wants to continue. Low resistance liquidity. See if it wants to push up right here. I think we also have news at 10 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. Thursday, Friday. Yes, we have PMI manufacturing. 27 traders in here and only 8 likes. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If we want to get some, if we want to see an on-screen trade, we need to get up to, let's say, 17. Based on the number of people in here. Let's hit up 17 likes and that'll be an gives me the green light for an on-screen trade. If you guys want to see it, I'll still talk out everything like I am doing, no matter how many likes we have. Okay, I want to see this. I would love to see this as an initial run on liquidity. I'll see that as a Judas type swing. And I'd like to see the push back lower into the new day opening gap and potentially towards the previous day low. I don't think we're hitting that low. We're going to be hitting that low here. Let's get one more like in there, folks. One more, and then we're good to go. I'm looking for this short right here initially. We never grab the lows. The low is right at the low of the opening range gap. I'm just going to mark that as a minor buy sell side. Minor sell side. I'll go back to the screen here. Minor sell side is sitting right here, right underneath the opening range gap. We do have a little breaker for a push higher happening right now. What is that level? We still don't, is that 9? No, we still don't have a fair value gap. Our opening, our first fair value gap of the morning. All right, we hit the likes. We're green lit. Morning with Jesus, Felipe. I like that. I like that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Positivity, kingdom mindset, trading. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day. Quick solutions. Oh, wait, Sandra. Yes. How you doing, Sandra? Glad to have you. Hang flying, and if I remember, it's Mike. Glad to have you this morning. Hang flying. Is that because you like paragliding or hang glide, parasailing or something like that? Or is that just a name you came up with? I like this initial reaction here, leaving liquidity for right now, making more low resistance liquidity to come in the form of this down move towards the previous day low. I think a higher time frame analysis is we're going to see lower prices. The question is just when is that going to be exactly? We got a 30-second right here. If we run that 30-second aggressively, I would be willing to take that to the lows in this minor sell side. We're looking just to grab 10 handles. We're looking for base hit type plays, base hit wins. Now I'm okay with this sell side type of move because we have technically ran this liquidity right here. Yes, we didn't get much higher. We left this above it as well. But this is enough for us to potentially push lower if prices are heavy and we want to move lower. But even to this point, we still haven't got a fair value gap, I believe. Yeah. We want to be careful. Now, I'm not sure what it's going to look like if, because right on the open, we've had multiple mornings where opening would just run 100 handles. This didn't happen. We literally ran 20 handles lower, and not even that. I don't even know what we ran. Here's the opening price, right? Oh, let's mark our opening price. This was 9:30. Yeah, we didn't even run lower. We literally just kind of wicked lower and now wicked into the opening range gap and then moved higher. And that's what we've seen so far. So definitely a different morning compared to what we've seen this whole week, where we just get a sell-off right off the opening bell and leaving us in frustration because we had no opportunity to get in. We actually, if we get a move lower, we have now an opportunity to get that. If we take a move higher, we have this breaker that we've ran into, which is also midnight open right now. Breaker is this low, high, lower, low. But we have a bunch of just tight price action, overlapping price action. This is high resistance. And so I'm waiting for a break out of this. Meaning if we get a close below this fair value gap, really what I'm looking for is for a fair value gap to be created in the process of this movement down. If we get that fair value gap, that's going to be a very good sign for lower prices, considering we have not even printed a single fair value gap in the New York session. So kind of the things that I'm looking at this morning. You flew hang glide. You flew for 30 years, thousands of flights, thousands of hours of airtime, been as high as 13,000 feet. So here's the thing for those of you that don't know. Hang gliders specifically, they don't have a fan on their back like paragliding or paramotors, which I've done paramotors and I actually crashed one. To be in the air for 4 hours solely relying on air and updrafts and just being able to manage that, if that's the case, Mike, that's extremely impressive. That's extremely impressive. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna get our first fair value gap. We don't have a creation, or we don't have a close above a fair value gap yet on the 1 minute. But it looks like it's gonna run this low resistance liquidity. This would be not a bad chase.
Order submitted.
We're gonna chase this right now.
Order submitted.
We're gonna see how high it wants to go. Move my stop to break even. since it is a chase. See if we wanted to get all the way up here.
Order submitted.
All right, so no, that chase ended up stopping us out at break even. I'm okay with protecting my position or protecting my capital. But that was worth chasing simply because of the volatility that we had. Now, we probably are still gonna run all the way up here, is my guess, unless we are on a seek and destroy conditions, meaning we run just one or two of these swing highs and we leave this one and change directions again. See how it's not following through? It's just taking its time. Let's see if it hits it. Okay, there's a little bit of a sweep. David Bennett, happy Friday to you as well. Payroll data came sadly bad. Markets are extra volatile. LJ, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. So if it came out bad, we're probably gonna see bullish price action because everybody thinks it's gonna crash. And they already priced it in. Now we're going to get a retracement. That's my guess. The only thing really left is these equal highs, guys. I'm not gonna lie, it would be nice to chase this. I'm gonna go down to a lower time frame. I'm gonna see how we're reacting to our order blocks. This equal high is coming from over here. We got these two levels, this level right here. That is what I'm looking at. Let's see how price is gonna react to these order blocks. Right now, this is just considered a sweep of buy-side liquidity. We need to push through this if it wants to go lower. I'm gonna take, once we hit down onto this order block again, I'm gonna see if there's an opportunity here. Got 10 seconds. We're watching this to see where it actually closes. The 1 minute, we don't have a single fair value gap in the 1 minute, so I'm down on the 32nd. I'm sorry, an order block. No order block on the 1 minute, so I'm on the 32nd watching this order block right here. Yeah, that's incredible. Flying that long, that far. I'm going to take a long right here based on that order block. Let's see if it wants to give us. We're going to do a standard 10 handle stop loss. So 32. Since we do not have a fair value gap, we're just going to go down here for our stop loss. Let's see if it wants to give us a continuation. Doesn't look that way. If we can get back up here, nope. All right, we're out for that. So order block officially failed on that, and it doesn't seem like we want to go higher yet. Maybe we just got a deeper retracement than more than I was wanting. That sucks. Especially if it continues. If this continues, I'd say it shouldn't continue. What do you guys think? Are we bullish or bearish?
Order submitted.
Are we bullish or bearish? What do you guys think?
Order submitted.
I think everybody wants it to be bearish. It wouldn't surprise me if we keep pushing higher. I mean, I want it to be bearish.
Order submitted.
I think we're gonna push to this highs. See how we react to that order block. I mean, I'm okay with a sweep here and then we move lower to make a breaker and then we close below the first fair value gap. That would be nice. Fill this new day opening gap right here. But I do think we might go higher. I mean, everybody is thinking it's going to be bearish today, including myself. So it wouldn't surprise me if we push higher. These are the types of trades we need to take off of order blocks. So we're going to try an order block trade. I did one earlier. It failed. I did get back into that one. I just didn't mention it because I'm like, I'm not going to take a double trade on screen. But I did get back into that and I sold it at these highs. Oh, you did say higher, Mike? So I think if we could play off of these order blocks and find the price being respecting of these order blocks, I think there's a reason to continue towards these equal highs. And that's what we're seeing. The thing we got to be careful about is at any point in time, yes, it could be respecting this, but then it could just, run all of this liquidity because there's this nice low resistance liquidity that they're basically setting up for later. I just think it's going to be after they run that equal high. And now it could be wrong, but that's how I would see it. I could see this being left as a open fair value gap. I don't think it may not come back and touch this. Is it too quiet? Oh, okay. Good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm all about chill. I need a little bit of a beat, a little bit of a rhythm, but you know, something that just kind of allows you to be patient. Exactly. There's your entry for a long. We are already pretty high. If we're looking from this low to that high, we're already in premium. So your last opportunity, look at that. I mean, if we were to target the high of the equal highs and where we are, look where equilibrium comes to. Right where we wicked below. This retracement into the 50% level from the equal highs to the low of the run. That's not, I don't think that's a coincidence. It needs to be, so Keith, that's a great question. And the answer is it needs to be obvious. The answer, it needs to be obvious. So, if this fair value gap inverses, the answer is I'm not taking that trade. It's not obvious. It's there. It's working more as a fair value gap to push price higher. If this closes on the 30-second there, that's not a bad long. Look at that consolidation. Push right above this would be nice, especially with this BPR sitting right here. But when we're talking about when we're talking about inversions, we want them to be obvious. And to be honest, the most obvious one is this first fair value gap, and it's the last one in this run. So for a downside move, this is a great opportunity. There it is. This is what, see if it's gonna go here. Nice wick. What did it run? It didn't run anything on that wick. I'm calling manipulation on this. Oh, that's news. Okay, that's news candle. I'm not paying attention. I'm like, holy cow, what is that? No, three points is too small in my book. Even on a 30-second, the obvious one is this 30-second right here. That's the obvious one. Close below this would, in my mind, signal we're moving towards this liquidity, or at a minimum, this sell side right here. So the downside to a play like this is we didn't grab any liquidity up here. We didn't grab liquidity, so it's not an A+ short. What liquidity did we grab? Look at the 5-minute. There's the wick. We came up short to these equal highs. These equal highs are what's obvious. So even this 30-second I'm not interested in because we didn't grab liquidity higher. I'm more interested in this being a manipulation and still pushing higher. Look how it's respected this fair value gap on the 1-minute here. So far. We're just high in premium right now. I'm not sure if I personally want to chase it. I would rather let it hit those highs and then find a reversal at that point. But look how it's respecting this. This is not a bad small long here. It's really not.
Order submitted.
We'll try a little bit, a small long.
Order submitted.
Got stopped out really quick. I'm just not willing. If I'm gonna chase something, I'm moving my stop immediately because I'm not willing to take a loss. So that was stopped out immediately. I mean, you guys, it's an option to chase if you have the discipline to move your stop to break even and being okay if you're stopped out. Like, I'm okay, I got stopped out there. I wanted to get my position to break even ASAP to protect myself. And it's still looking nice. Let's see where this candle closes. So there's your close below the 30-second, and then it did actually print for you, Keith. There's that close right here, and then it finished down to the sell side right here. So that worked. I didn't want to take it because it's not part of my plan, and part of my plan is liquidity needs to be grabbed. Obvious liquidity. Now, the only way I'll change my bias is a 5-minute change in state of delivery, which we're about to get in 47 seconds. This will tell me, okay, we had a push higher, now we're gonna run lower. And that's, I'm willing to consider that as well. So this would be the breaker as well as our 5-minute change in state of delivery. We got a volume imbalance here. And this fair value gap. So honestly, I would want to wait for that to come up and be touched and tagged. Okay, let's see how we react to this. I'm going to drop down to a lower time frame to see how we react. I'm not going to take it on the first stab because it could just push right through because we do have equal highs. So I want to see how we react to these levels. That's a good call right there, Jordy. We do have a bullish breaker on the 5-minute.
Order submitted.
Whoops. So you can see that it's just pushing right through this right now, and that's not something I want to mess around with as far as a short. Now this is not a bad long. Do we got a 1 minute? 1 minute, and we have a 30-second. I'm gonna chase this one.
Submitted.
Stop loss will be moved as soon as we hit this high right here.
Order submitted.
Okay, let's see if it can give us something. A little bit larger move. Let's see if it wants to run all the way up to those equal highs, which are sitting right here on the mini chart. That sucks. Don't tap me out. This is seek and destroy, guys. That should have ran. Touch those equal highs. Yeah, I know it hit the new week opening gap low. I think I'm making the mistake by holding my positions longer than I should. I need to take my base hits and get out. I need to take base hits and win and run.
Order submitted.
I'm going to see if it closes above this order block again. And we get a push to these highs and the equal highs here. I'm going to see if it wants to give that to us.
Order submitted.
Shoot. Sorry, guys. There we go. Give me 10 handles and I'm going to sell.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
All right, I sold.
Order canceled.
Got one contract left. I'm going to sell it there. All right. So we did hit the high. And that's probably now where it's gonna just explode higher. Wouldn't surprise me. I took 10 handles and I got out, guys. That's what I needed. Doing my base hits. I've had, what, 2 trades that took 10 handles and then got stopped out. I'm done with that crap. I'm gonna take freaking 10 handles and I'm gonna get out. And if it runs more, then it runs more. I'll take another 10 handle trade later. I've been making that mistake all week on days that we just have high resistance. Now this looks beautiful, low resistance run. All right, so if in fact we are going to push higher, the next level I would be watching is the equilibrium level, which is sitting right there. Yeah, that's what I got, Tony. There's no way it reaches for the previous day high. There's no way. There's no way we're gonna run all the way up here to this previous day high. It just doesn't compute. Could this be an inside day? Do you guys think this is a fake break day where we don't run the previous day low or previous day high and we stay inside this range? We have the characteristics for that. Check out this day right here. We had a large move day and then the next day stayed within that large range. I was optimistic that we might run the low considering we opened so low. But we didn't even get that. Are we pushing back up through that level? If it's a fake break day, we really can't, it's hard, it's much more difficult to tell where our terminus is or where our key levels are, because previous day highs and lows are such an integral part of your analysis. If we don't hit those lows, we could use the equilibrium as our potential draw on liquidity. Let's see what happens with this order block on the 1 minute. EOD. What does EOD stand for, Richard? Equilibrium. What does EOD stand for? End of day. Is that the TGIF? Is that what you're referring to? Yeah. Okay. So that's between 20 and 30%. LJ, way to go. God bless you. Have a great day at work, my friend. I don't see any other new day opening gaps that I care about right now. I'm gonna remove those because they just bother me that there's so many. We could also look at rebalancing that previous, going up to this previous day low. What does that look like on the daily? That would be an order block. That's a daily order block right there. That's a daily order. That previous day low is the low of an order block.
Order submitted.
I'm doing the same concept I've been doing, but I'm taking much smaller risk right now. I'm only doing a single micro contract. I took a long off of this order block. I'm gonna see if it wants to actually show us intention of continuing the same trend until it breaks. But I'm only doing one micro contract because I'm not willing to lose what I've gained. A fail of this would be a close below this inversion or that fair value gap. See if it wants to continue the same pattern it has been doing. Ah, stopped out.
Order canceled.
Those wicks, man. I know. Much better price action we've seen today. Much better. Had the right concept. I just moved my stop to break even. It's like it knew my stop loss was there. All right, there's the tag of equilibrium. Let's see what happens. Interesting. Look at the volatility. There's a 1 minute right here. ES is about at the previous day low as well from, or previous one of the Tuesday, I think it was Tuesday's low. I really like this for a market maker sell model. I really do like that. How about market maker buy model with a big sell-off as manipulation yesterday? You know what? that's not a bad consideration as well. We could go all the way up to 930. We could go up to the high of that. Let's delete that. We could reach, potentially we could reach yesterday's midnight opening price. That's possible. Midnight opening price was where? There. That would be a breaker on the previous day. That's not bad. We could call that a breaker. Yeah. I think what I want to see happen is a large retracement for an opportunity to take a long potentially. Probably gonna get some animation here in the next 26 seconds. We got 10:30. The half hours tend to be animated. Oh, hey, what's up, Adzi? Sorry, I'm just seeing your message. How did I take any trades? Yes, we took some longs on the way up here. Some very small. We're very risk off today with the elections on Tuesday, so we are not going heavy. We're really light and focusing on some evals too. And that's intentional. I'm not gonna put a lot of risk on the table. I could see this staying open. Maybe we can get a institutional order flow entry drill right here. Just how high do you go? I mean, what are we reaching for? Here's the first value gap from yesterday. There's that dip into there.
Order submitted.
Let's see if that is an institutional order flow entry drill, if that wants to just push higher right there, if it's gonna drop. No, but it actually could make for a decent inversion if it gets inversed. Considering we hit a low, but I mean it's looking bullish. See if it wants to continue. to take a quick short here.
Order submitted.
We closed it below this inversion. It was aggressive. If we close above that, I'm going to close the trade. We got a high, low, higher, high breaker right here. See if it just wants to push to this level, back into this consolidation. Get the 1 minute to close. The 1 minute did also close. 30-second closed above. 1 minute, what is that looking like? I'm just gonna keep my 10 handle win, and I'm not gonna move it. I could move it lower, but I'm not going to. All right, there's 10 handles
Order canceled.
on that trade right there. Nice trade. We had the displacement candle close below this 1 minute. I took it on the 30-second, but the 1 minute still was valid, so I didn't close it on the 30-second. Made 10 handles on that liquidity, those equal lows right there. So we got these, we have this fair value gap here, which is the last fair value gap to this swing low. And we still haven't reached this 5-minute fair value gap. Honestly, I think what I honestly do like is this a retracement to the 5-minute overlapping the equal highs. I like that level as what I would like it to reach to on this retracement. I'm gonna wait for a retracement back up into this, and I might look at taking that short.
Order submitted.
All right, I'm gonna see if that wants to work out in our favor or not.
Order submitted.
It's gonna be our target.
Order submitted.
Protect the profits that we've made so far. There it is, baby. Oh, I'm taking it. I don't even care. I'm not gonna let that go against me. Woo! Hopefully that got filled in a good spot. Looks good. Man, don't these days feel so much better than the rest of this previous week. Holy cow. I just wish I wasn't reduced in my risk. I wish I was doubling my risk on those trades. All right, so at this point, let's see if it just goes right through this 5-minute, or if it's gonna find support here. Well, looks like it's running right through, folks. Keith, I'm glad you're here, man. I'm glad you're here. So, who is I chatting with? Who is that? Hank Flying? Mike, what do you think about a market maker sell model now? Do you think it's market maker sell, or do we think we still going higher? So the thing I want to point out is, okay, look at the reaction we got off of this level right here. Okay, this level is the previous day low. Let's go to the daily. I pointed this out, but now that we've seen this reaction, let's go back and look at that. So we want to be able to duplicate this. So daily time frame. Here we go. What was this previous day low? This was this previous day low right here. What is this? What is the other name for this? Somebody tell me. I mentioned it. I want to see if you guys got it. You guys should know this. What is this level here? Way to go, Pete. This is, it is an order block. It's not a high probability order block, but it is an order block. Why low probability? Because there's this down close candle here. So this breaker is the ideal order block in this range. This though is a previous day low and can be considered part of this order block as far as just a, hey, you might get a hiccup here. But we had a complete reversal. What's overlapping with that as well? We have our equilibrium of the previous day range. So if we tag this high to this low, we get this red line. That high to this low, we get that red line. And price retraced up to the midpoint of that, and then we got a nice sell-off. Okay? This is why we want to wait for key points. This is why taking a short right here was a horrible idea on my part. Did I take a short? I'm pretty sure I took a short here. Did I take a short? I can't remember. Maybe I didn't. I don't remember. But I talked about this low resistance. I think I talked about the low resistance liquidity that was sitting right here and that could run that. But I'm like, I don't like a short. Why? Because we had equal highs. Well, after we plowed through these equal highs, I'm like, well, looks like we have a higher target. It might be up here. And the reversal came at the previous day low, sitting right there. So significantly better price action today. Oh my gosh, way better. I did trade my funded accounts on those trades. I'm gonna be done on those accounts. Even with reduced size, I still pulled out about $200 per account. About 5, 6, 7 accounts, including some evals. But we're gonna jump over here to do some eval trading. Seeing if we can get anything else here. Nice 2-minute fair value gap right there. I think if you're going to take a short, you need to see it close below that. Doesn't mean you can't start up here, but this is really a key level right here to run this liquidity sitting here into the first fair value gap. 1046. Where's 1046? Yeah, I'm not taking that. You could, I'm not. That's where you would want to take your profit right there. We are on the other side of the, I'm looking at this as a market maker sell model, so I'm not going to take anything long unless it proves to me it does not want to continue the market maker sell model. And the market maker sell model is going to find resistance at these order blocks, these bullish order blocks. These are going to be reclaimed bullish order block. Not reclaimed. What do they call that? Yeah, reclaimed bullish order blocks. So I was waiting and hoping that we were going to get up to this X, into that fair value gap, and we didn't. We just wicked into this fair value gap right here and created an institutional order flow entry drill. So we could actually see some, let's see if this wants to push. This is an eval. I should put that on here. So what I'm looking at is I got in for two reasons. One, I'm looking at this as a market maker sell model. Second, I'm looking at this fair value gap as an institutional order flow entry drill. We wicked into that and left it immediately. Now, it doesn't mean we can't stay in this area, but I'm taking it with the idea we want to aggressively go lower. Now, I might be premature in my position. I could easily be premature in my position, because I did not take it off of a fair value gap. Well, technically I did. This fair value gap right here. And the low would be down here. So let's see if it gives it to us based on the 30-second. Now, what could easily happen is we could come back up and tag this again. So that's what I got to be careful for. If we're not going to go based on this push lower right here, I may be premature in my position. This is the Nasdaq. Name's right up there. This is NQZ 2024. Thanks, Keith. So you can't take just any inversion model. It needs to be in context with the higher move. And in my opinion, the higher move is a market maker sell model. That I want to see this continue to be aggressive here, running this low, seeing if we can even close below this 2-minute fair value gap right here. That would be really nice. It is also in the macro time, so let's see if it wants to run lower. If it goes higher right here, we might need to get out. I'm watching this inversion here. If it closes above that, that's where I'm closing the trade. Oh, that sucks. I did not notice this. The 5 minute, look at this 5 minute. The 5 minute never reached back up into this fair value gap. We could easily reach back into this fair value gap. But we'll stick with the same rules that we got, that we're in. Keep our emotions out of it. We'll close the position above this. I'm on eval only. I'm done with my funded accounts. Looking at the higher time frame, the 5 minute, to me, I'm think I'm a little early in my idea of moving lower because we haven't tagged this 5 minute fair value gap left yet, I should say. All right, gonna have to close that. A little early. Let's see if it wants to give us that 5 minute tag into here. Javon, am I saying that right? Javon? I want to see it come, I need it to come deeper into here, and then once we come into this level, I want to see a rejection to move lower. Well, welcome to the channel, Javon. You bet, Javon. Since I do got a couple new people here, let me lay the ground rules. As you can tell by the title of this channel, Day Trading Jesus, I do believe I am a Christian. Oh, there's a nice reaction right there. And I'm very, very big on keeping a positive environment. So I will not stand for any type of harassment or crude jokes or anything of that nature. This is going to be a positive environment. So if you want to participate in that, we'd love for you to continue to hang out with us. But that's kind of the expectation of what I want to see here in this stream. So I'm glad you guys are here. All right, now see how we aggressively went through this level. This tells me we may not complete the market maker sell model. We may continue to move higher. Yeah, we could stop here. We could stop in this. That's a possibility. Let's see what it wants to do there. Viking, what's going on, man? We are pretty much done for the day. I'm doing gonna do a couple more eval trades. The price action has been decent. We took one loss on the eval, looking at a market maker sell model, and I think we may not be getting that. I want to see how it reacts to this level right here, and if it wants to continue higher. Big number right here, 5 minutes closing in 30 seconds. Let's see if it closes above this level right here. That would fill in this 5 minute fair value gap. All right, so there's the close. Let's keep track of that and see how the price reacts with the close of the 5-minute. This could, I mean, this honestly still could be a market maker sell model. Just what's the higher time frame picture here? Honestly, it's 50-50 in my book. So we just hit the 11 o'clock candle, or 11 a.m. right now. It's a deep reach into that. I think I still like lower prices. Nice order block right there. Now, I know that a couple of you, I know it's been said that you guys are enjoying the channel. You may have not enjoyed it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It has been a very hard week. This has been the absolute best price action we've seen all week. Hands down, best price action we've seen all week. And this is low resistance. All week has been really a lot of high resistance liquidity runs, which has made it very difficult to trade. Especially with the inversion model. So we use the inversion and we use the breaker. Here's our tag of the breaker. Let's see if we get a rejection. Do I want to guess? I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna go off the idea. We're gonna do a 10 handle stop loss. And let's see if we want to stop there. If this was my live account, I would not have taken this. I would not do this. I'm doing this to start building confidence on ideas that I have. So my idea is we've hit our high. I don't think we may want to go higher. We have a breaker right here and we've retraced. I want to see if that actually is going to play out. So I'm willing to do it on an account that's not as important to me to start watching and analyzing that trade. You can do the same thing on demo. If we close above this, there's a good chance we run for that high. So do I want to allow that to wick up there? because that's what I'm expecting it probably to do. And if it doesn't, that's a fantastic sign. This is no bueno. So, building, that's what I'm trying to do right now. That's what that is. Building confidence that this is our high and this is our breaker. Because what I've noticed in my own trading is I would see a breaker like this and I wouldn't take it, and I would wait for it to close below this fair value gap, hoping it turns into an inversion fair value gap. It does, and then sometimes it fails. So I'm trying to prove to myself that I can take trades better low risk trades closer to the top of a swing high. So right now I really need this to displace lower to prove that this is in fact a breaker. The resistance level is for sure going to be the low of this fair value gap. So we want to keep track of that because we have this breaker, this bullish breaker right here. We have the low, high, lower low. It breaks higher. This could be a bullish breaker right here, so we want to keep an eye on that. Or we could just be happy with 20 points. And just take a 20 handle win. And just keep doing that over and over. That's honestly what would be better to do, is just have a default level where we're taking our points and getting out. I'm not going to let that go against me. Come on, push lower. I want this, if this goes green, I'm probably getting stopped out. It needs to close black. I need it to close black. I don't even care if it's a tiny bit black. It just needs to be black. All right, that's great. We should get a push here. Let's see if we get a push. Nice wick up into that fair value gap on that last candle as well. So like I said, this fair value gap is very important that we get through and close below, because we could easily find support here for a breaker, a bullish breaker. So I think I'm going to move my stop to that swing high to lock in some profits, but not just take it off and see if we can get any lower prices. So I'm going to lock in my profit there. It's only 6 handles, but it's better than no handles, and see if I can get a bigger put or more of a push lower. I want this to close black again. Okay, see how it barely closed black? That tends to be a good sign. Come on. Just drop. Alright, do we want to take profit at 20 handles? I think I missed my profit taking. Son of a gun, I wasn't paying attention. See if it gives it to me again. If this closes green, I'll be out. I'm going to close it. missed my 20 handle take profit, but that's all right. How is that down, huh? I think I did take a loss, didn't I? Yeah. This will be a nice trade higher if it does close above. Reason I like it is we ran liquidity here, found support in this fair value gap, and we have not wanted to go lower at all. The 30-second close, but there's another 30-second there. So we got to wait for this. If we do get a close and we don't hit that high, we'll take a long and see if that wants to work out. Just a tap. It would be a quick trade. There's the high. Let's see if it wants to push. Did it make equal highs or did it sweep it? It didn't make it. It made equals highs. Stop at break even. We just swept that high. Now let's see if it wants to run to this high right here or if it's going to tap us out. Come on, push. Hit it. All right. Did I accidentally sell that? I don't know what just happened there. I think it tapped me out or it triggered my stop. I don't know why it shouldn't have done that because it didn't hit my stop loss. Let's see if it wants to run. Since I'm out, we'll still talk through the trade. Your stop loss is right here at break even. You're targeting this high right there. I don't know why it took me out, but that's where I'm pretty sure I was about at that spot, but that's where your entry would have been based on the 1 minute close. And you should not be stopped out. All right, there's target, 12 handles. Did I get it stopped out? Yeah, I don't know what happened there. This is a much better day. It makes me feel like I can trade again. That was our initial inversion we went short on. This is low probability. This is not a high probability by closing above this inverse. I would not be taking that. This is the inverse I'm referring to. It's too high. Yeah, it could push, but it could as easily turn around. Let's see what happens there. Certainly is running. Okay, folks, here's what I like to touch on it at least once. I just dropped in the chat a link for a waitlist. And this is a waitlist to the day trading course that I am releasing sometime this month. More than likely, it will be around Black Friday. And it's going to be, or a little bit before Black Friday, and then to the general public on Black Friday. Now, those that join the waitlist will get it at the lowest price it will ever be. It's called the Purpose Driven Trader Academy. And it's going to focus on teaching ICT concepts. It's going to focus on having having the correct mindset, psychology, also having a biblical perspective of that. There has been so many verses that in the Bible that have had a significant impact on my journey as a day trader, that I share with you how they impacted me and what the verses really, really mean in the context of living a kingdom lifestyle, right? We start out as children of God, but then the Lord wants us to grow up. He wants us to be sons and daughters, those that are a part of that are about his business. And what does that look like? Well, there's verses all over that talk about what that looks like. And for me, I feel like this is about being about his business, helping the body of Christ become financially free so they can have a kingdom impact. And so that's what this waitlist will get you on. I shared last week the price. I won't share that this week just for the suspense, depending on if you were here or not. But it's going to be, that is extremely reasonable. Now, the benefit of this course is also that what's going to come along with this course is access to the DTJ Discord. We're going to have, I'm starting a DTJ community that is all about uplifting, building each other up, about back testing specific models, sharing models that you use or strategies you use. We also go deeper on PD arrays, different PD arrays that ICT has in his tool belt. And we're able to collaborate together, not just here on the stream for 2 hours, but also beyond that. And we'll also be doing weekly overviews of the market, talk about where the market went, what we expect the market to do. And all of that is going to be a part of that one-time fee, not a monthly subscription. It's only a one-time and that's a bonus that comes along with the Day Trader or the Purpose Driven Academy, is the DTJ community, which the course itself is great, but a course alone isn't going to significantly improve your trading. It's what comes along with that. It's the community behind it. And so even if you don't want the course and you don't need it, but you want the community, this is the only avenue to get to be a part of that community. So I will be releasing it to those on the wait list first. They will get the lowest price first, and then about 5 days later, I will release it to everybody else at a different price, a higher price. It will never be that price again. So I'm excited about it. I'm really excited about what what the future holds in regards to building a community of traders like you guys. So I'm really, really excited for what's to come. Look what we did not do. We did not hit that high as of yet. That's why I said it was a lower probability. It's too high in premium. Honestly, this would be a great spot for another short. There is a lot of displacement here, though. There is a lot of displacement. Isaiah 40:31. I don't know that one. Maybe I do. Yep. Oh, look at that. I said go short. Did anybody go short? Man, I tell you what, it is a night and day difference on calling price action when it's low resistance, man. It's just so obvious. High resistance days suck. Man. I'm talking about the last 3 days of trading, if you haven't picked that up. It's been tough. But this is it's just obvious. I mean, not obvious enough where I'm hitting every high and low, going long and short. No, but as far as just a displacement lower, it was a nice move. I'm not taking anything. Here's a fair value gap that we want to watch. This is the last 2 minute. That's the last 2 minute there. Right into that order block. Right here. Of down closed candles before the move higher. Oh, you like the eagle part. You know, eagle's my... Eagle and lions, man. Those are my favorite. Eagles and lions. Keith, been switching between copy trading and solo on Trade8 copier. Switched to solo and left the copier number contracts on. Made way more money than I intended. Well, that is nice. Congratulations. I've had both sides work. I've had it work for me and work against me. I accidentally left a level on a copier back in July and I lost 9 accounts. Yeah, you heard that correctly. I lost 9 funded accounts. Yeah, it's like the other day, I decided to trade, what was it, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago? I decided to trade one account. I'm like, oh, this is an eval account. Let's get it to pass. And so I'm trading an eval, which I have in the past trade differently. I trade differently than I do my performance accounts. And I made like $2,000 on just one account. And then I realized that it was a funded account. I'm like, oh, I about freaked out. Because I did all of that not realizing. It's amazing how well you can trade when you take the emotions and the shock and awe of walking away with cash or not. It's just a different thing when demo. That's why trading demo is a place where you only want to learn the strategy. If you're on demo, that's a great place to understand the strategy, find the consistency without the stress of losing money. But then once you go to an eval account, which should be the next logical step, because you're still risking only $29 to get an account, compared to you may have one loss of $50, $100, $50, $100. And it's just a completely different game when your feelings of loss of money is in there. It's a completely different game. And you have to do it every time. Every time you size up, every time you go a little bit larger, you got to deal with those feelings all over again. Do you have to pass 20 evals, or can you pass one evaluation, then add the other 19 accounts in Apex? 100%, Blake. Right now, I have 5 or 6 funded accounts, and I add them one at a time. I could have just gotten all 20 and done it at once, but that to me was emotionally too much. I know that I can pass one at a time, and then maybe I'll go to 2 at a time, and then 3 at a time. But jumping to try to pass 20 at once, that's just too much for me. It was too much at the time for me to want to handle that emotionally. So I just do one at a time, and then I add a new account every time I increase one of my accounts by $1,000. So I'll add a new account every $1,000. It's roughly about that. Now sometimes I'll have an eval account, then I just pass it really quick, and then I'll add it. That's fine. Yeah, I do, but sometimes, I mean, it's open, but sometimes I only have 2 screens, and I probably have like 5 or 10 different things on here, especially when I'm live streaming. When I'm live streaming, I have limited screens on what I put on there, unless I just get I got a nice setup, but I don't have like 6 screens here. That'd be nice. Javon, trading is actually fun when you finally get it. I was on demo for a while myself, and yes, the feelings are real, especially in live accounts. 100%. Blake, awesome, thank you. Viking, what do I think about the new payout rule? Great. It's fantastic. There is zero concern on that. Because the way I trade and the way I teach people to trade is to take consistent wins. And unfortunately this week, with all of the up and downs, I didn't do that. I didn't follow my own rules this week very well. I shoot for 10 to 20 handles. My goal is 10 to 20 handles. Take it, be done, and walk away. 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 And this week I didn't. And also I was trying to increase my run. So what was it, 2 weeks ago? I had multiple 50 handle runs, 50 handle trades, and I'm like, oh, I like this. But then when I start waiting for that and I get stopped out at break even, or I take a loss, I end the day negative when I had 30 handles of profit that I could have capitalized on. So the new payout rules talk about, basically, in short, without going over every detail, is you got to be a consistent trader. They want consistent profits with consistent small losses. The level for payout is still the same. You still got to make $2,600, and after $2,600, anything above that you can start withdrawing. You have a $500 minimum, and that means you got to be at $3,100 to take a trade, to take a payout. To me, that doesn't change. And to be quite honest, you really shouldn't take a trade. I don't take a trade unless I'm over 5,400. I don't leave my money in there, and I don't grow my accounts. So when I reach $54,000, I withdraw $1,000. If you want to $1,000, 26, to take $1,000 withdrawal, you have to be up to 3,600. For your initial payout, Or if you have the link to that, maybe I missed that part. Congrats, Richard. Way to go, man. Let's check it out. They added a buffer on 1500. Yeah, you always have to. Yeah, you have to be above whatever that amount is. But it's about the consistency. And I think what I lost sight of when I was reaching, because I'm growing as a trader myself. And the area that I'm at in my trading is I'm trying to increase from the 10, 20 handles to taking 30, 40, 50, 60 handles and actually capitalizing on a bigger run instead of just taking 10 handles and getting out. Now, what happens as you're learning, and I realize this myself, is that I started ignoring my base hit wins. I wasn't taking my base hit wins, and when the market wasn't ideal for 50 handle runs, or maybe you get one and you miss that one, so you're taking other trades, you're probably not getting a 50 handle win. So I should be taking those 10 handle wins and getting out and being done. And my mistake is, or has been, not taking profit at that 10 handle mark. And I don't want to size up. I'm not sizing up yet. I do 5 micros on 5 accounts, make $250, $400. I mean, that's $2,000 bucks. That's over $2,000 bucks. I'm happy. I'm happy with that. And I do that consistently. I mean, geez. So instead of trying to, play keeping up with the Joneses with other traders and seeing other traders, say, oh, I just got a $60,000 payout. I'm not there in my trading, personally. I'm not there in my trading yet. I will get there. That's going to be amazing when I get there, but I'm not there and I can't force it. And when I force it, I make mistakes. And when I force it, I have lots of drawdown and I have to overcome that. So I don't want to do that anymore. I want to avoid that. And I will get there. That I will get there. As part of my morning affirmations that I do every morning. So, okay, folks, it has been almost 2.5 hours. The market is still looking really nice. Still looking and moving nicely. Just nothing that we're at a key level. We ran these highs. It's obviously we weren't doing a market maker sell model. We could keep going. I don't know how high it's going to go. We'll see. Viking, do you know about that account? I read I'm not clearly understanding your previous message. It says, I'm thinking about chance, or is that changing to my funded futures milestone account? I've done my funded futures very similar. I mean, I think there's pros and cons to both, for sure. So I think it's just you decide what you want. Honestly, here's what I would do. Do one of both. And then just go through them and see what you like. You can trade both of them together. You can put them both on a copier. Trade them both and see which one you like. I just decided that Apex is mine, is the one I do. I have used my funded futures. I don't like it is $40 a month, and then it's $48 a month on my funded futures, and then once you get your funded account, you don't pay anything extra, I think. I don't know what the payout rules for my funded for their other accounts. So I have a copier now. Just double check. Maybe you can look on, because I don't copy both, but from my understanding is you can. If you get a copier, you can put both accounts on there. They both can be live, and you can copy both of them at the same time. It may have to be a different broker. So your My Funded Futures account, I don't know what broker it's tied to. I think you may, if you do everything through Trade-Of-8, you may not be able to use it. If you use one for Trade-Of-8 and one for Ninja, you could probably do both. I know you could do both if you do it that way. It just might take a little finagling to figure out the details. I don't do that because with Apex I can do up to 20 accounts, and that kind of got me hooked. I think you may be able to do that with My Funded Futures, but I need to look it up. I'm going to look it up right now. Before I get off, I'm going to look this up. I don't see it here. Let's go to their facts and questions here. I'm sure it's on there somewhere. I just need to find it. Let's see how this plays out here on the... We're about at lunchtime. So the stops are going to run... Lunch is going to either consolidate or run on people that were profitable. Is this not updated here? Because I'm reading on their website. Here, let me share the screen. So I'm on Apex right now. So for a 50K account, $2,500 plus $100 would bring your account to $2,600. The account reaches $2,600. You can request a $500 payout. This might be low. I'm not seeing anything on that 1500. If you find it, let me know. Because I'm not finding it here. I like this high, low, higher, high. Let's see if it wants to break lower from this fair value gap. Folks, I think I'm gonna call it a day here. I think I'm done. It's Friday. I want to enjoy the weekend. Green. So God bless you guys. Thanks for being here. Check out the code DTJ. If you do, whatever you decide, was it you, Viking, or somebody else? Yeah, if you decide to use Apex, all I ask is that you use the code DTJ. That helps me out. But if you go to My Funded Futures, no problem, man. I hope that works. And then if you do or are interested on the waitlist for the Purpose Driven Trader Academy, it's linked there in the chat. Sign up for that. I'm excited about what's to come for that. All other than that, guys, God bless you. Have a blessed weekend, and we will see you guys on Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.